Hey guys, okay, so I just wanted to make a quick announcement-ish thing. So I'm sorry, I've been keeping up with this debate, and I haven't really made any other videos. I have other ideas for videos, so, for any of you who have followed this, I hope that you've enjoyed it. It's very, kind of a light-hearted debate, but I think, some interesting points are being brought up, and it kind of, it all kind of comes together well, and it all kind of, it'll all help get some ideas out there, and it's good to have everybody share their ideas, but, this is kind of a more fun debate. I'd be interested in getting into a more intense debate, a more, a debate with people who really have strong ideas that clash, really, really, really clash. So, I'd be very interested in that, but, that's not what this is, but I think that this is more of, it's helping get some ideas out there, and it's definitely fun. And I have other videos coming soon. I have other ideas coming, so bear with me. Yeah. So, where do I begin? Okay. So, the scenario was brought up. And I'm basically just going to answer this scenario the best that I can, and of course we've agreed on the God should be perfect, etc., and should not have human flaws within him if there's a God. And the reason also that I say it's hypothetical for me, because, I don't really believe in God. And if we're going to talk about an afterlife, I don't really believe there's an afterlife, but I also don't believe we can know if there's an afterlife. Same with God. I don't see any evidence that there's a God, but I just don't see that, think we can actually know whether there's a God or not, but I just don't see the evidence, so I say most likely, yeah, there's not. But as for an afterlife, it's the same thing. And I think most people kind of deny the afterlife and God in the same breath. But you brought up an interesting scenario. So someone's been bad their whole life, someone's been, given multiple chances. How would I deal with it? How would I, if I were God, a father, deal with that? If no matter what you do, no matter how you punish, no matter what you do, they don't listen. And I think that's kind of what I brought up with, the heaven helping the mind state, is that person's going to have a dark mind state, and so their reality is going to reflect that. Whether I would punish them, in the position, yeah, I would, but for their own benefit. I would punish them with hopes of them seeing good in them. Also, punishment doesn't always work. Sometimes what works is sending those people the support they need, the positive help they need. I mean, there are different ways of helping people, and what it comes down to is something had to lead that person. Yes, they make the choices they make, but something had to lead them to make the bad choices. And what needs to be done, if we're going to talk about psychology, what needs to be done for that person is to pinpoint where the problem is, and he must then face that problem. But this person's likely in denial and unwilling to face his own problem. But something has to lead him to face the problem and then to defeat it, to fight it off. And if you're fighting your problem, if you're actively fighting your problem, then it will eventually be defeated. But he would have to actively fight it. He would have to actively resist it. And he needs the support to help him resist it, not someone else helping him realize the problem and supporting him in finding the problem and helping it. So, for that person, that's what I would do, is send them the support they need, give them everything they need to face their problems. And that's what a lot of people explain. Like, for example, it's interesting enough, because you bring up Dante's Inferno. These people, for what they've done, face their problem. Like, if I'm right, something about being lustful, they're getting, their lust. And for example, if they cheated, if they've been cheating on people and whatever, and have been lustful, then, their lust is then rewarded with something that fits it. That their lust would, be, their desires would be filled in a way that they don't want, and sort of like that sort of thing. So yeah, the punishments fit the crime, but the duration of the punishments don't fit the crime. And the problem with hell is there's no way of facing the problems. You face your problems, but you're just being taken down by them for eternity. And I think that's metaphorical to something that we all feel, of being taken down by our problems for a seeming eternity. But the truth is, and what I found in real life, and what should also be true in the afterlife. Now again, I don't believe in any of this. This is all hypothetical. This is all how I believe things should be. Is the ability to fight that problem. Like we talked, like you said that you agree. If someone had been, had realized their wrongdoing, they should have a chance to work themselves back up. And in the same way, someone should be able to fight their problems if they're given the motivation. Once everything hits them, which may take a long time, once everything hits them, they should be able to fight back. And that's my problem with hell, is there's no chance to fight back. There's no chance, because your problems have just taken over you. That's what Dante's Inferno explains, that it just takes over you, rather than you having a chance, having chances to fight it back, rather than having the ability to say, you're not going to take over me, and fight it, and eventually prevail. And that's what makes sense to me. That's why, it seems like a very flawed idea. So, yeah, I think I covered everything. If I didn't, let me know. And so yeah, that's my thoughts on the scenario and some other thoughts on the topic. Spike here, peace out, and to all my subscribers, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this debate, and we'll have some other videos up eventually, some fun videos, some serious videos, you know me, you know how I am. So peace out, and much love to all of you.